Dozens of travellers who should be isolating after returning from overseas haven't been home when Victoria Police have checked on them. Officers have issued more than 3 dozen fines in relation to people breaking restrictions.
Operation Sentinel has so far issued 39 fines for non-compliance with social isolation orders, 16 of those in the past 24 hours alone. In that same time frame, officers have conducted 1,542 spot checks, including 783 on recent international arrivals who should be in mandatory quarantine. 59 of those were not at home when police knocked on the door and are now facing fines of $1,600.
Police are out and about, they are checking, they're not mucking around. If you're doing the wrong thing, you will be caught.
Victoria is now sitting at 1,085 confirmed cases of COVID-19 after an increase of 49 overnight. That's the smallest increase since Monday. The Chief Health Officer says Victoria has now gone from doubling the number of cases every 3 to 4 days to doubling it every 6 to 7 days. There are early signs of flattening the curve, but there's still a long way to go.
We need to keep at it and continue to flatten that curve. I think, the early signs are promising. We need to see how the next couple of weeks go in terms of what the physical distancing measures that are now in place in Victoria, that I understand are very strict, but they're in place for a very good reason because we need to get on top of this.
7 Victorians remain in ICU, and sadly there's been another death. A man in his 80s died in intensive care overnight, becoming the 7th person with COVID-19 to die in Victoria. 3 of those deaths have been in the blood cancer ward at the Alfred Hospital. A further 2 patients have tested positive there, as well as 10 staff members. All of those individuals have now been isolated, and the hospital is taking extra precautions to prevent the further spread of COVID-19, including constant temperature checks and a reduction in visitation hours.